Hello everyone, Hawky here, back with another Sword of Convallaria video. So let's go over and review the free-to-play meta plan for the next update and patch of units. So the next banner is going to be SP Nana. As per the tier list, as per the meta, she is tier 0, must pull. Everyone should get her if you can. She's called Human Rights. It's like, if you don't have her, it's like you're losing one of your human rights. So we're definitely going after SP Inanna. And what's next? Like, if you still have pulls, and you calculate you have enough for SP Inanna, then you might want to consider pulling Luffy before he leaves. And then after that, it's going to be some skips, right? So we're definitely skipping Rico. So she's been skipped. And actually, I need to update this. So next up, we have Marcel and Farland. So these are collabs. So these are limited characters. If you don't get them in this in their banners, then you'll never get them in the future. So these are the only limited units that we have. So like you might still want to get them. And getting them is still kind of cheap because when you get them in their banners, it's only 95 for hard pity for them. For one copy. So yeah, that's half of a normal pull, right? Half of a normal hard pity. So that's something you definitely want to consider, and they're not too bad. They're, you know, in my tier list, we have them at tier 1. Marcel is like a AoE, like, you know, getting her to 3-star is, you know, really strong already. Like, it's similar to Luvata, except Luvata at 5-star is like a lot better, but Marcel is still definitely very strong there. And then Farland here is like a sustain, throws up shields and everything. Like she's all right. So that's what we have there. So it's really up to you because limited characters, it's really hard to judge. Like some people just want to collect the characters. So otherwise you might just skip them, okay? And the next one you were looking at, like, you know, top meta pick is definitely SP Samantha. So SP Samantha, huge damage, huge alerts, and she's just all around super amazing, bringing the aura as well. And on our tier list, she is tier 0. Like some people say SP Samantha is better than SP Nana, but it's a bit like comparing apples and oranges. SP Samantha is there for, you know, DPS, alert, AoE damage, aggression aura with skill damage, AoE damage. Like, he's just so good at the AoE damage. Like, definitely have to get SP Samantha. And the next must pull, I feel, is Camelot. The Camelot is really insane as well. Like, he is, like, if you can imagine him, he's like version 2.0 of August. Like, multiple attacks, huge AoE damage as well, and just brute forces the map. So those two you definitely want to get. And then you're kind of stuck because there's a lot of good units that you want. So for me, after those three, after these units that we're getting, SP Samantha and Camelot, you have to make some decisions and some sacrifices. So the first one to look at is Credenza. So what does she do? She reduces the cooldown of your skills. She is essentially like a flag. You know, the tactics, the flag, as an individual unit. So, but you do really want to push her to 5-star in order to do that, and she supports SP Samantha and Camelot heaps as well. I'm not too sure about the future units, but she has been like really amazing for those meta endgame teams. And she's very high investment. You also do want to get her Astral Imprint, her signature as well. So that's number 1 to consider. The next one to consider is Eucerin. So she's number 2. It brings like a bunch of piercing damage and DOT. So in essence, she's a bit like she can place like multiple explosive barrels on the map and then trigger them, but by like walking on them and everything. It's really interesting gameplay. huge utility, and like there's definitely a place for her, but she's not really like a regular unit, right? She's more of a unit that just places these bombs, these mines. It looks like daggers on the map, and then they just explode. Then the next one to consider is SP Mytha. He introduces the new mechanic, which is cooperative command, and then there's skills that respond from that. So she triggers these skills for herself and other units as well. So we'll be looking at what color should I do? So she triggers like SP Fakel, SP Nungol, and then a bunch of the original units as well. But she's still really strong by herself, and it's part of this new mechanic. And I don't know how far they'll go into this mechanic. Like at the moment, like most people would just still use SP Mytha by herself. Like the other SP units, not really worth it. I think the only one they really carry on using is like the original Inanna. Or sometimes they might use like Momo, Nono Will, SP Fakel, Nungol. Like, I think out of the units, maybe only SP Nungol, but she's not really worth pulling. And yeah, if we're going after all these units, it's going to be really tough. So I've just marked in red what Credenza, SP Samantha, SP Mytha, Camelot. Like, this is really tough. I think Eucerin should be like yellow as well. So this is what we'll look at the moment. And then the next big unit, it looks like everyone should get is Lucama. So Lucama is like the core of the element team. So he's probably going to interact with like all these element units, Gensha, Shams, Shinazi, and Igane, as well as a bunch of epics as well. So we can see here in the element faction, they also added Akambe, Homa, and Hasna as part of the faction. And then you have all these 2 epics, 2 rares, and then 1 common there. Like the next competitive mode coming up is the our second season of Towerversity. So this is the CN and Taiwan version. It's dropping on the 15th of August. So like literally none of this really matters because 15th of August is like Rico, right? So everyone will have SP Nana, Luffy, and all these other units to play with. So shouldn't even be part of the equation, like all these future units, because even though like CN were able to use SP Samantha, Parzival, Credenza, Barley, and Marcel, like that's not actually going to be relevant for us. Like all these units they're using, you can see Marcel, Credenza, SP Samantha, like really top picks. Parzival here, and over here on the Taiwan, SP Samantha, Marcel. Who else we have? Credenza here. Like it's all out of our consideration. We don't even need to care about them in this Towerversity mode. So what's next? What's the next hard content that's coming up? And then on the World Boss, they really had Eucerin and SP Mytha just whack up the units. Like you can see there was a dagger on the spawn that the mob spawned on it, and then it just exploded the other mobs there. And yeah, so normal Nana makes SP Mytha act again, blow up the mobs, and then she has the react AoE, and we saw them like spin around as well, and then AoE again, like yeah, and then they do their response, which is like a swing around themselves as well, and then Mytha, and then they also have the guard. SP OG Nana's guard on the right side, just spinning around and clearing through mobs. So we'll see him spin as well. And Eucerin just swaps position, drops a bunch of daggers, makes the daggers explode. Like, don't look at the damages because the damages are they're not accurate because it's counted as part of like their scoring system when you get extra score when you clear the mobs. Yeah, so SP Mytha, and then yeah, everyone just spins around as a response. Like, yeah. I don't know, like who will be better? Like Eucerin, SP Mytha, and then Credenza's just, you know, buffing, doing the cooldowns on like normal DPSs. Like see all these spawns and then they spawn on the daggers. I feel like Eucerin's a lot relevant in this world boss compared to SP Mytha. But yeah, they're both like super insane. A huge AoE because she just makes everyone response and like spin around. Like I'll link you guys the video, but it's like a full 14 minutes. Oh, using Luffy's dagger, interesting. And then SP Mytha, SP Nana, OG Nana, insane. So this was one of the top scores. They said 788 W, so that stands for like 1,000 or 10,000. I forgot. Yeah, 78, 788. How do I say? 7,888,000. Oh no, 78, 78,000. I don't know, whatever. Oh wait, I'm so stupid. That's just 7.88 million. Okay, so better than the number one on the Taiwan server. So this is how the top people rank, right? with this OP team. I don't know. But it does feel like the world boss was more built for like SP Mytha and Eucerin, right? Because it's just a bunch of mobs spawning, and then you know my SP Mytha with her cooperative command and responses just makes like map clearing and like all these mobs just easy to AoE them down. And Eucerin with daggers, you can just put it under spawn points and wipe out mobs. So a bit biased towards them. And we don't know like what sort of content will be coming in the future, but definitely SP Samantha and Camelot will see play. Credenza with, you know, her cooldown reduction and everything does come in useful, but it depends on the unit, right? Some units you can't really spam that much. You need time to actually build up, or their skills already have like a debuff or internal cooldown. So Credenza only sees use for only some units, and then yeah, you got Esserine and SP Mytha, and we just have to wait. Like maybe there'll be more support for SP Mytha and Eucerin. Yeah, I mean she does provide a lot of utility for the team, so it is a big maybe for these three. Like really depends on your play style and who you like at this stage. But yeah, definitely these red ones are must pulls, in my opinion. There, and then we have to see. I mean, Lucamon might not actually be too good because it really depends on all these other element units, how well she interacts and plays with the units. But at our initial glance, Lucamon is the core of the team because she provides the aura and just buffs them up. So yeah, that's the plan moving forward. And yeah, Marcel, Farlin, I feel like you're only really trying to pull them for. I mean, I think you could get Marcel up for Towerversity because it is what, like 3 weeks, was it? The roadmap? Yeah, maybe. If you don't have Livata, then maybe you could play with Marcel for Towerversity 2.0. Still within the time frame because Towerversity is 3 weeks, right? So you got like 1 week of farming and you have to use it straight away. All right, that's I'll leave it at that. I hope you guys are planning out your pools. Like maybe we have enough for all of them. I don't know, but yeah. All right, I'll see you guys next time.